How to make a cell animation from a PNG sequence with straight alpha. First I click here and create cell animation. I choose the first image in my PNG sequence. I click open, and if I go to the cell tab just here, I can change the display frame so I can see what's actually happening in the animation. I know that there's going to be some soft edges around here, so I'm going to change the background and put a vertical graduation behind. Now I can see the keying area. There's softness in the wings and stuff like that, so I'm keep jogging through, and this is the area I'm going to need to look at. So I want to crop this area because that will make a smaller cell animation. And I just want to see how far it extends down. I'm going to turn off my aspect ratio and choose the crop tool and just crop the left hand edge in to about here, allowing a little bit of softness for the edge, and bring the bottom up here. That's about there. Now I'm just going to carry on jogging through, changing the display frame, and I can see the bottom of the frame of the flames is just touching the crop mark. So I'm just going to move that down a little bit to allow for some softness on the flames. So again, I'm just going to carry on going through and just check to see that all my animation is within the cropped area. I'm going to change my display frame back to a good frame, which will help the operator know what the graphic is going to be. Now I go to the creation tab. Now this one is not pre-multiplied, so I select no and straight because it's a straight alpha channel. And now I'm going to hit compile. It says it's going to make a large cell animation. Well, because it's HD, we know it's going to make a large cell animation, and the duration and the size of the area both account to the size of the file. Now I'm just going to save this with the name of 5 days version 2 straight, just so I can find it afterwards. So when I hit save, this is going to save the cell animation, and I can see here it goes, it's starting to compile the image sequence into a .cell animation, and this PNG up here will change when it's saved as a cell animation, so I know it's compiled. Now, because this is a straight key, what you'll see is when it's compiled, it'll give a green fringe around the edge. This is because we've just created a YUV cell animation, and this is an RGB color space, this edit window. Just go to the cell tab again, make it one shot so it only shows the video once with no loops, and then I'm going to tick restart cell, so every time you take the page it's going to play from the beginning. And frame means when it comes to the end of this play out, it'll just freeze on a still frame, not a field. Now I'm happy with that, so I'm going to close and save the page. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the thumbnail and play the page out. This is prep, so I can actually see it in my UI window. And as it plays out, we can see the edge of the key giving us our nice soft edges and our transparency, which means we've matched the compiling mode to how the original PNGs were generated. So let's close the edit window. Now I need to take away the graduated grey background. So I'm opening up the page and I just right click, change the background, select black and nothing. That means wherever there's black it will be see-through. And then I'm going to edit the page settings, go to the key mat and change that to live default. So I close and save my page again, and you can see looking down here that the thumbnail has been updated, and that is compiling a cell animation from a PNG sequence.